Madness on the Mesa gets underway tonight, 9 o'clock at Viejas Arena. Welcome back inside the world of sports. Chris and Ben and Chris with you.
They don't
on
usually
Extra
do
Sports
this.
1360.
This is something new at San Diego State.
San Diego State, but I think it's something that its time is due with all the excitement surrounding San Diego State basketball. Steve Fisher's going to join us shortly, but right now we have the great women's coach at San Diego State, Miss Beth Burns, joining us here on Extra Sports 1360. Coach, are you excited for the madness tonight?
You know, I really am, because of the opportunity that it is for our team. As you can imagine, I certainly appreciate Coach Fisher including us in this event, and I think it's going to be a great opportunity, as you well know, Chris, to probably play a little bit of basketball in front of a lot of people who may never have seen our sport, let alone our team. So it's an opportunity for us and just a lot of fun as we tip off and get ready to go this season.
Coach, I know fans have wondered, why hasn't San Diego State done a Midnight Madness event before? And honestly, the answer was, if you did it 10 years ago, no one would have shown up. And that just kind of shows you where everything has changed.
Shown up. I know Chris Ella would have shown up. We would have had at least two people there.
We would have been there. Hey, how excited are you about your team? I mean, Sweet 16 a few years ago, NCAA tournament last year. You got almost everybody coming back this year. How do you temper that enthusiasm and make sure your kids get to work and do the things necessary to accomplish the things that you're capable of doing?
Well, the biggest growth is from the freshmen to the sophomores, and that's been really pleasing to see coming into September, is how much they retained, really from an X and O standpoint from a year ago, so we could move quicker. And we have to, because it's, what did we try to do to improve upon last year is we really amped up our schedule and potentially have about 7 NCAA tournament teams in the non-conference. It's actually probably a little over our heads, but if you want to accomplish something to get their attention, we've certainly got their attention when we're, at UCLA out of the gate.
Last year, you took advantage of a Mountain West Conference that was down a little bit, and I think surprised some people, and took your team to the NCAA tournament. How does the conference look this season in your final season in the Mountain West?
Let's see. Chris always knows me to be an honest person, so I'll tell you I have no earthly idea. In this respect, that a year ago we had a lot of graduations in the Mountain West Conference, and we weren't a bad league. We weren't as bad as the RPI is indicative of. But we had a lot of new faces, so people had a lot of bad Decembers. A lot of people, didn't do well in December, and then as their teams got better and better, come conference time was pretty competitive. The difference from a year ago is, we had Chelsea Hopkins, the best point guard in the Mountain West Conference, and at least one of the best in the Western United States. So every game was close, but we had an experienced, tough leader who helped orchestrate to help us win those games. We don't have that luxury this year because there were very few graduations in our league, and everybody will be back and everybody will be better. And we just talked about this yesterday as a team, and that the target is squarely on our back. And we beat everybody, mostly home and away. And so we're going to be the one, give a car away, have a sweepstakes, have a this, have a that. We're going to be the one that everybody loves to beat, yet we're not really that experienced, all told, with the bulk of our team. So we've got to be ready.
Courtney Clements was an All-American player for you last year, Conference Player of the Year, and you always talked about her being a hard worker. Coming back for her senior season, I mean, has she worked even harder, and how does she look heading into this year?
Well, I think that is really, really a rarity, and I think both on the men's side with Jamal and on the women's side with Courtney, is that here are two athletes that the year prior weren't even all-conference, weren't even honorable mention, wasn't even in the conversation for the top group. And, she evolved from a solid player to someone who, more than anything else, was such a fitness enthusiast. She lost a ton of weight, really toned herself up, improved her speed. She already had skills, so once she added some speed to her skills, and you have to say, had a very good point guard who took a lot of attention, and she made every shot she gave her. A point guard will tell you they can't assist unless somebody makes baskets. So the two of them, I think they were both players of the year, and they're probably both newcomers of the year in what they did. So obviously Courtney has high aspirations for herself. She wants to be drafted in the WNBA, as does Chelsea, as does Malia Nahinu. So, that will have to play out as the season goes.
Aztecs women's basketball coach Beth Burns, our guest here on Extra Sports 1360. Now, Coach, these freshmen and sophomores, these young ladies, are these the same women that you were calling right after your Sweet 16 run a couple of years ago? Is this that kind of paying off with a little better talent coming into your program?
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I told everybody that wanted to put their head in their oven last year because the guys were going to be lean and this and that. I said, look, you don't reap the benefits of a Sweet 16 2 months later. You get it 14 months later because you have a whole year to sell that. And look at the 5 people that we signed that were freshmen last year. 4 of them played. Diogene Scurry redshirted. Those 5 could go just about anywhere in the western United States. And now they're a year seasoned to help us get better. Same thing on the guys' side. I read the UT this morning, as you guys I'm sure did too, and it's fun to have a smorgasbord. It's fun to have lots of options, and that's their Sweet 16 translated as well. So, our talent level is there. We might be a little different than Aztecs teams past. I don't know that we have the speed that we usually have, but we certainly have size, length, and strength. So we could be a good team, but we're going to have to work real hard this next month to make sure we get ourselves together.
Got a 3-point contest tonight. Now, is that women's team versus men's team tonight, or do you know how they're going to work that at the Madness event tonight? Because I'm thinking you can outshoot the guys maybe a little bit.
Well, I wouldn't get carried away, but we are. We put a disclaimer. I'm going to give you what I know because you and I both know things can change before it actually happens. But to the best of my knowledge, after we scrimmage, 4 hand-picked guys are going to have a shoot-off to get to 2, and then 4 hand-picked women are going to do a shoot-off to get to 2, and then that 2 will become a 1, and then 1 men's player and 1 women's player will shoot off for the overall basketball 3-point champion.
Now, I also heard there's going to be some slam dunk displays. We know that Jamal Franklin can leap out of the building and maybe some of the young Aztec players, but I understand you have a candidate, you think, possibly for a slam dunk.
Well, I had 2 candidates. I had Nene Scurry and Desi Culberson. Both of them can get up and snap the board pretty good. They can't always get the ball up because their hands aren't big enough. They can do it with the volleyball, but we have been excluded from the dunk contest, so we'll take that up another day. So we will have a slight location where we'll do a live Chris and Ben in the morning, and then we will do a dunk contest, and you guys have to describe it. Since it's
we can do it with volleyballs. That's fine. It doesn't have to be a basketball. I just want to see those girls get up above the rim.
We can't do it with a volleyball.
I can't get up. I can't do it with that. I can do it with a tennis ball.
If Nene and Desi were going against Elo and Higgins, I would feel comfortable where I'm putting my mortgage to see who's going to win.
Good call, Coach. Good call, Coach. I want to ask you about, we know the men's season is completely sold out, very publicized, every home game completely sold out. And I tell Aztecs fans, don't get bummed if you can't get into the game. Go check out the women's team. I mean, they're going to have some tickets available, but I imagine you're going to see a pickup as well with just some spillover and some attention being drawn to the men's program that you're going to take advantage of that as well.
Well, again, every opportunity we have for anything public is an opportunity for us to sell some tickets. So hopefully some of our students will get excited tonight and decide to come and support. We have plenty of seats available, so you can invite your friends. Invite people you don't like and tell them to sit on the opposite side because we've got room, but we've got to get some people in the building. That would be awesome. So please encourage all Aztec fans. Come out and give us a shot. We have a really good schedule. We have a huge game November 30th where we're hosting USC down here. We're going to go over and we're going to play at USC this year. There's going to be lots of opportunities for good women's basketball in San Diego. We'd love to see not only our students and fans, but get your kids, get the little girls, get the little boys. It's a great venue for them to come and watch a game. We'd love to have them.
Season tickets start at only $60 for the women's basketball, the entire season's worth of action at Viejas Arena. Beth Burns, I know you're going to have a fabulous season. Have some fun tonight. We'll see you out there at the Madness at the Mesa, Coach.
Thanks, guys, and thanks for having me on. Have a great day.